Have you ever been sitting quietly, maybe reading a book, watching TV, or just staring at your phone, and suddenly your cat leaps onto your lap, your chest, or your shoulders out of nowhere? No warning, no buildup, just there. And you probably laughed it off or gently moved them, never stopping to wonder what that moment actually meant. Because here's the thing most cat owners don't realize. That wasn't random. That wasn't boredom. That wasn't just your cat being weird. That moment, that quiet, seemingly small gesture, was one of the most significant things your cat has ever done for you. And by the end of this video, you're never going to look at it the same way again. Cats are famously misunderstood creatures. For centuries, people have called them aloof, cold, independent to the point of not caring. And on the surface, it's easy to see why. They don't wag their tails when you walk through the door. They don't beg for your attention the way a dog might. They seem perfectly content sitting across the room, staring into space, living entirely inside their own world. But that image, that cold, distant cat, is almost completely wrong. And the moment your cat climbs on you is proof of that. To really understand what's happening, you have to go back millions of years. Cats are descended from solitary hunters, unlike wolves, who evolved in packs and built entire social systems around group living. The wild ancestors of your cat were largely alone. They hunted alone, they slept alone. They survived alone. Touch in the wild wasn't casual. It wasn't something that happened just because two animals were in the same space. Physical contact meant something. It meant you were safe enough to let your guard down completely. That instinct never left. Your house cat, as domesticated as they are, still carries that ancient wiring. And that means that when your cat chooses to climb on you, when they place their full body weight on you, curl up against your chest, drape themselves across your legs, they are making a deliberate, conscious choice to be vulnerable with you. They are saying, without a single sound, that you are their safe place. But it goes even deeper than that. When cats in the wild do gather, think of feral colonies or big cat siblings in the early months of life, physical closeness is reserved for the ones they trust most. A mother and her kittens, bonded siblings, lifelong companions who have earned each other's presence. The act of lying on or against another creature is, in the cat world, an act of profound intimacy. So when your cat climbs onto you, they are not treating you like furniture. They are treating you like family. Now, the reason behind the timing often surprises people. You might notice your cat tends to climb on you at very specific moments, right after you've been away, late at night when the house gets quiet, when you're stressed or upset, when you're sick. This is not a coincidence. Cats are extraordinarily sensitive to emotional and physiological changes in the people they're bonded to. Research has shown that cats can detect shifts in heart rate, body temperature, cortisol levels, and even micro changes in your breathing. They feel the difference between a calm you and a stressed you, between a healthy you and a sick you. And many cat owners have reported that their cats became noticeably more affectionate during the hardest periods of their lives, during grief, illness, depression, anxiety. Some researchers believe that when a cat climbs onto a person who is experiencing distress, they are responding to a genuine biological signal. They can feel that something is wrong, and they come to you. There's something profound in that. In a world where we often feel like we have to explain ourselves, have to ask for help, have to say the words, your cat asks for none of that. They just know, and they come. But what about the cats who don't just sit with you? They have to be on top of you, right on your chest, as close to your face as possible. There's a reason for that too, your heartbeat. Cats, especially from the earliest days of their lives, are comforted by the sound and rhythm of a heartbeat. Kittens sleep pressed against their mother's chest. That rhythm is the first sound they know. It is the sound of warmth and safety before they even understand the world. When your adult cat lies on your chest, ear pressed to your sternum, eyes half closed, they are recreating that earliest, most primal sense of security. You, without even knowing it, sound like home to them. And here's where it gets truly beautiful, and a little heartbreaking in the best possible way. Cats choose this every single time. Unlike dogs, who have evolved over thousands of years to be deeply people-focused, cats retain far more autonomy in how and when they engage with humans. A cat that climbs onto you has made a free, uncoerced decision to be with you. There was no training, no treat conditioning, no command. They came to you because something inside them said, "This is where I want to be." Some behaviorists describe this as cats choosing their person, not in a passive way, not just tolerating a human, but actively selecting them as a source of comfort, warmth, and belonging. And the cat on your lap right now, you are their person. There's also a territorial element that cat owners rarely think about. Cats communicate safety through scent. When your cat rubs against you, headbutts you, or spends extended time lying on your body, they are depositing their scent. They are, in the most ancient and instinctive language they have, marking you as part of their world, part of their safe zone. In their mind, you and they are intertwined. Your scent, their scent, blended together in a way that says, we belong to the same place. We belong to each other. And what about the cats who specifically climb on you the moment you open a book, spread out a laptop, or lie down to sleep? This is something owners often laugh at or get mildly frustrated by without understanding the emotional logic behind it. The moment you settle down, the moment your energy quiets and you become still, your cat notices. And for a cat wired to be cautious, to wait and watch, that stillness is an invitation. You are no longer moving through the world in a way that feels unpredictable. You are calm. You are accessible. And so they come. It isn't neediness. It isn't attention-seeking in any negative sense. It is your cat reading the moment and deciding, now. Now is when I want to be close to you. Think about how different that is from how we often see it. We assume cats climb on us because they want something: food, warmth, stimulation. And yes, warmth is a real part of it. Cats are drawn to heat, and your body is one of the warmest things in their environment. But warmth alone doesn't explain the cats who stay even when there are other warm spots in the house. It doesn't explain the cat who comes to you specifically when you're crying. It doesn't explain the cat who watches for hours, waits until you lie down, and only then slowly makes their way over and curls against your side. That is not a creature seeking a heat source. That is a creature seeking you. So the next time your cat climbs onto you, the next time you feel that small, warm weight settle onto your lap or your chest, take a breath. Don't rush to move them. Don't scroll past the moment, because what is happening right then, in that quiet second, is something deeply real. Your cat, descended from a solitary animal built for independence, has looked at you and decided that being alone isn't what they want, that you are better than alone. They came to you because in their entire world, with everything they can smell and hear and feel, you are the safest place they know. You are the heartbeat they choose. You are the warmth that means something more than warmth. And you probably never even knew they felt that way, but now you do.